Hey, why is your office underwater?
You define everything that's wrong with this place.
Isn't that your wife?
You want to make something out of this.
Hello there guys and girls. In this video I would like to introduce you to an amazing mod which is absolutely underrated and underused in my opinion. With the green screen mod by NNUU, you can enhance your videos big time and get mighty creative. I'll take you through the process in 5 steps again. Firstly, I will show you how to install the mod, which is pretty easy. Secondly, I'll show you how to find the modded objects and save them to your favorites. In the third step, you will learn how to build big green screen setups. Step 4 will be about how to position your cameras in Rockstar Editor. And last but not least, I will show you how to key your footage with professional editing software. If you want to see another example where I used green screens, please click the info card on the upper right. The clip is called Trevor's Special Treatment. Also, you will find the links to all mods in the video description. Let's go!
Step 1.
The installation of the mod is pretty easy as always, and if you're ready to use green screens in your videos, I'm assuming you know how to mod your game. So here's just a quick info on how to do it. Once you've downloaded the mod, you can decide yourself which files you would like to install. For starters, you should go for the ones placed in the folder green_screens. Each object has got an individual installation path. So start up Open4, navigate to each folder that is seen in the document and click on Edit Mode. Now Open4 will prompt you to copy the archive to the mods folder, which you should agree to in any case. Now just drag and drop the files into the folder in Open4 and the changes are saved automatically. Rinse and repeat for the other 2 green screens.
Step 2.
Leave the window with the mods open in your Explorer, as you will need those file names in just a minute. You can also write them down on a piece of paper. Boot up the game and start menu. Navigate to Object Spawner and spawn a new entity into the world. With the search function you will now find the modded objects very fast. So for instance, just type prop_hanger_door here and the correct object should show. Add this object to your favorites by pressing B for Boom Schlabberlaber. Rinse and repeat for the other 2 green screens.
Step 3.
Now, depending on the size of your scene, you can use these different objects. If you just want to film a single person, prop_LD_green screen is perfect. Spawn the object and walk onto the green area with your character. In order to get a clean keying result later on, you should also adjust the time of day with menu. Please don't try to record green screen stuff with a night setting, as this is going to turn out horribly. Adjust the time of day in a way that the contrast between the person and the green screen is big enough. When positioning the sun in the air, you should also watch out that the shadow of the player won't touch the back wall, as this will make it harder to get a clean keying result. This also works the other way around, so you can set a desired time of day and then position the green screen accordingly with menu. If the shadow at the bottom, so at the feet of your character, annoys you, there is a little workaround for that as well. You can spawn a huge object like the UFO, or spinning anus as it is called in Simple Trainer by Siak, and you can place this as your new floor to walk on. I'm spawning this object with the Simple Trainer so it won't appear in the database of menu. That would confuse me as I'm a sensible being. As soon as the UFO is positioned correctly, you can make it invisible and boom! The shadow below your character is projected far enough away so it doesn't disturb your keying later on. And you can walk on the UFO normally.
Step 4.
When editing your green screen footage in the Rockstar Editor, there's a few things I would like to tell you. First of all, you always have to place your camera in a way that makes sense with the background image you're using. So if you want to show Franklin standing around in a real life city, you must match the perspective to the background footage. This is one of the main challenges of working with green screens because it requires you to think ahead. It would make no sense to show Franklin from a slightly upward angled position right here, because the camera in the original footage was around at head level or chest level. Secondly, you don't need to worry if your camera shot isn't completely filled with the green screen, as long as the object or person you are trying to key out is completely surrounded by green. For instance, this area around here can be keyed out with a mask later on, so you only need a rectangular mask. If, however, your character goes out of bounds on the green, you must either reposition the camera or build a bigger green screen next time.
Step 5.
Once your green screen footage is exported, you must import it into your editing software. I'm using an older version of Premiere Pro here. For more complex animations you can also use the footage with After Effects, but that would go too far to explain in this video. Put the clip into your timeline and then go to the effects panel. Type key in the search bar and you should find the color key. Drag and drop this effect onto your clip and then access the settings for this clip. You will see that you don't see anything. What? Don't worry, click the little eyedropper or pipette icon and select the green screen in the preview window. Now you will have to adjust the tolerance of the color. The higher you set the value, the more color is eaten away. For better results, you should soften up the edges a little bit as well. Just experiment with what will work best. It always depends on your footage. You can also copy-paste the color key and select two different colors. This will help you with the shadows below your characters on the feet, for instance. Just select the darker green and adjust the tolerance again. Both of these color keys will then work hand in hand. This also means that you should not try to record green cars or people with green clothes in front of a green screen. So don't try to make a movie about the Grove Street family. Aww. There is a workaround for this too. You can take one of the green screen objects and change the texture from green to blue. Since I'm a good guy, or rather I'm too lazy to explain this shit in here, I've already done that for you. Please go to the link shown in the info card right now to download a blue screen. Installation and use of these files works equivalently to the green screens, obviously. With the blue screens you can use green cars now, but for some weird reason you can't use blue cars anymore. Now to match up both layers of your footage, background and foreground, you will also have to do some color grading. In the opening clip the office was underwater. That's why I added a blue tint to the front layer so it would look more convincing as if they were actually underwater. This is an essential step to successfully working with green screens. One more thing in the video editing section and then I'll release you into freedom. If you want to put additional effects on your keyed footage, don't apply them directly to the keyed footage. For instance, if you soften the video, it will show the edges of the green screen again. Instead, you must use nesting for this sequence. This will put your keyed footage inside a sub-sequence. If you apply the softener to the superior sequence, the green background won't show anymore. Oh wow, that was a lot of input in a short amount of time. Here, have another laugh.
A man is standing. A man is at a restaurant and says, "Waiter, there is a button in my salad." The waiter replies, "Don't worry, sir, it's part of the dressing."
Thank you for watching. Vanova, over.